about New Vegas Perfect playthrough. In this episode, I said we're going to be exploring the northeast portion of the map. There's some interesting stuff out here. The first of which is, let's see, Camp Guardian. There it is. Camp Guardian, which we heard has some radio troubles recently. So we will head down to investigate, and all the while hopefully progress on our gunrunner arsenal challenges. Then we will have to miss that shot. Let's see, then we'll have to turn in our howitzer firing mechanism, which will be the last bit of stuff we do for the Legion. Just 'cause I like the big quest. And then to finish this episode off, we will do King's Gambit. And finally fix all those problems that the NCR has been having with the Kings. Have everyone just get along. Hopefully we, oh, where the hell are we now? Hopefully we can complete that GRA challenge. As it seems like there aren't as many ghouls around here as I thought there would be. And that's a Cazador. Not messing around with those. That's another Cazador. So maybe we will also head west of Prim and go ghoul hunting. Yeah, up ahead is Camp Guardian, and I would say it's an area that a lot of people don't really visit, but it is an NCR quest and the perfect playthrough. Of course, we're visiting everywhere. And Maria sure does look nice. And there's Camp Guardian log pages all around here. But again, that's reading out loud isn't really the purpose of this playthrough, if I'm being honest. I made a special exception for the survivalist. I also can't resist picking things up, but yeah, like there's 18 of them. And it's a lot of reading, and it just tells you about life in Camp Guardian. I've also gotten into... Whoa, that guy scared me. I've also gotten into picking hunting mesquite. Trying to get those party time mentats. Love it when people's dogs are barking. Oh, interesting. You can get into Camp Guardian Cave from there. We, of course, are going to head to the top, though, and get through the top. I like to keep the conversation Fallout related, but I'll just say, I feel like 80... Oh, here's another entrance. I haven't really explored this place all that thoroughly, I guess. I always just go straight for the summit. I feel like most people who own dogs have not trained their dog properly. You see police dogs or drug-sniffing dogs going crazy? No. Because those people had incentive to train the dog properly. Joe Blow on the street does not train their dog properly. And they ruin the perfect playthrough with their barking. And the climate ruins the perfect playthrough because I have to have my screen door open or it just becomes sweltering in my apartment. But anyway, that's the brief real life foray into real life. I like keeping it evergreen, keeping it Fallout based. Yeah, here you go, Camp Guardian Summit, as I call it. Guardian Peak. Same shit, different. And yeah, the NCR seemingly set up a camp here. But it is now abandoned. There's the radio, which you can pick up the signal for. And I mean, it's a good place for a camp, an overlook of the fort. A scenic overlook. Holy crap, that's terrifying. A lot of this mundane stuff has been startling. I guess startling is the more correct way. Oh, why you can't swim out of Lake Mead. They have a little barrier thing in the way. I guess we could look over the notes real quick. But yeah, I mean, you can see, more complaints of strange noises. So they set up a camp, and they hear strange noises, and let's go into the cave. And now they're all dead, and we have to investigate what those strange noises are. That is the quick and dirty summary of the Camp Guardian notes. Head down there and get some C4. And a pistol, which we'll take. Yeah, lots of explosives. Seems like they were coming down here with the desire to do something. And so we make our way down. We see a dead lake lurk, and it turns out there's a survivor.
Oh, thank God. I didn't think I'd ever see another human face down here.
Then I raise my arms and go, boogity boogity boo!
Ah! You sick bastard, I could have shot you.
Ah.
You must be the backup I've been calling for. Where are the rest of your men?
This is it, buddy.
Shit. Have you any damn idea what lives in these caves? We need to get out of... We need to go now!
Are you okay?
I managed to kill that thing, but not before it mangled my leg all up. No way I'm walking out of here like this. I've been keeping quiet and hoping they don't realize one of their buddies is missing. We need to get out of here before they come back.
And you can use the doctor's bag, which is interesting. But looks like some nasty lacerations and a dislocated joint. You're lucky I found you.
Thanks a lot, Doc. I think I should be able to walk out of here now. I don't want to risk running into a pack of those freaks alone, though. Could you escort me out of here?
And we need to clear the caves first.
Are you crazy? No way in hell am I going deeper into those caves. You haven't seen what they did to the other troopers, and I'd rather not find out why they took all of the bodies.
If we don't clear the caves, your friends' deaths were for nothing. Can you live with that?
Alright, you have a point. They were good men and deserve better. Can't guarantee I'll be much help against their numbers, but I'll do what I can. Chances are we won't get out of here alive anyway.
Let's get moving.
Lead on. No time to talk. We still got fish heads to deal with.
Fish heads to deal with, yeah. And as long as you stay close to me, we should be good.
Over here! Come on!
Hunting. And here's an exit, but we gotta clear out those caves. And this is actually a good place to go to if you're not really in the business of pickpocketing troops for dog tags. Because a lot of the dead troopers got tags. Unfortunately, apart from the dog tags, the rewards from this are a little lackluster. Just a little. And you don't get to reestablish a camp here either. Or anything of that nature. You can grab some lake lurk meat if you want to eat that. But I don't want to eat that. Yeah, it's actually a pretty big cave system. And here we are, we start grabbing troopers. I'm still gonna take the dog tags, even though we're pretty much good to go on dog tags. I don't think we'll need any more. There's a lake lurk thing. I respect them, so I took them. Yep, the implant GRX. Look how long it lasted. That was actually a pretty effective showcase of the build.
Well. Looks like we cleared them out. Damn inbred mutant freaks. I think I'll start heading back to California now. There have been way too many catastrophic NCR foul-ups around here for me to risk my life by sticking around.
Have a safe trip.
If you find my friends, please return their dog tags to the NCR. People need to know what happened here. If they won't listen, do what you can to make them listen. The dead need to be avenged.
And Halford's note gives the schematics for the dog tag fist. But we already have the unique dog tag fist, the recompense of the fallen, so we don't really need it. Sorry, Halford. But that's the truth. You got a little 5.56 ammo. So So it's not all bad. Maybe we'll put more reload bench gaming in this episode. Everyone's favorite gaming. But yeah, that was actually a really good showcase of the build right there. Taking the implant GRX, destroying everything with the riot shotgun, moving into here, swapping over to the anti-materiel rifle. And then heading out. And so we're not done with this area quite yet. That's Camp Guardian. But there's also another place east of Ranger Station Bravo. So we'll head back there as our starting point once again. And if you have the Wild Wasteland perk, the one is out in this area. The big nuclear bomb. But we do not have the Wild Wasteland perk, so trait. So we do not get it. We preferred 3% critical hit chance to the wacky thing of, these are Reavers. Reavers aren't that bad. Because of Fallout 3 though, I just respect them. And because I'm trying to kill him with Maria. Who I don't trust as much. As I trust the riot shotgun. Oh, and this is good. You don't have to, hopefully. Don't have to do any further, ghoul hunting. Perfectly planned. Of course, there are other ghouls that we will have some sort of showdown with. In there it is. Perfect. That we'll have some sort of showdown with in Vault 34. So there was still a chance. And here it is. Down there, you got a lot of centaurs. And I think there's a, evolved centaur or whatever. There it is, the giant evolved centaur. But turns out the anti-materiel rifle is pretty good. Especially when you put explosive bullets in it. Switch to the handle. And there it is. This is called, I believe, the Devil's Gullet, which is a reference to the Devil's Throat, if you remember way back. I think that must have been that could have very well been episode 1. Where he went to the Devil's Throat right outside Good Springs. But yeah, this one's a little more radioactive. So we'll drop a couple Rad-X. Or no, this is the Devil's Throat. And the other one's the Devil's Gullet. Yeah, there you go. Scratch that, reverse it. And the important thing here is the party hat. You get the fun party hat on this prospector, which is awesome. Also, you get this unique machine gun. But we mostly care about the party hat. And I guess if you're like an item collector, the empty jet inhalers can be something you go for, but it's not really something that I go for, if you know what I'm saying. And now we're going to head down and turn in I Hear You Knocking. And that'll be the sort of wrap-up of the stuff that...
Sounds like it's going to be an all-out war with the Legion soon. Maybe I should have re-enlisted after all.
Yeah. Well, we might bring Boone.
All right.
With us to the final showdown. I have yet to decide. But yeah, we have to turn in I Hear You Knocking, and that will be all the other fun stuff from last episode, all the boomers stuff wrapped up and have a bow on it. And it will also, interestingly enough, be all the Legion stuff wrapped up.
By order of
Yeah.
I'll wait.
I wonder why it goes to slugs as the default. It does feel good to have EDE back around with us. I do love Rex, don't get me wrong. And I wanted to have a showcase of all the companions, and even when I normally play, I pick up Rex for a lot of stuff. But just nothing beats EDE, man. And now I'm scared shitless of this door. Just the way it pauses is terrifying. But in theory, we should only have one more visit here. And gotta bring Boone along for that.
You must enter Kaiser.
Oh, I forgot.
I'll wait.
He can never be reunited with Rex.
Yes. Do you have...
Your howitzer is operational.
Well done. It will be very useful in the coming battle against the snipers the NCR will no doubt have hidden in the hills near the dam.
There you go. See how you like completing quests if they're available.
Until Mr. House has been dealt with, you and I have...
I don't think he'll like me enough when Mr. House
Oh,
has
well,
been
true
dealt
to-
with. I think that'll be a bridge too far
Kaiser.
with regards to helping the NCR. So there you go. I think that's pretty much it for Legion content as well. Done with the Legion. Done with the boomers. And yeah, unfortunately we had to make a pit stop to
Is it
pick
time?
up Boone. Yeah, it's time. The other contender for Big Battle Companions is Cass, because her perk benefits you, gives you more damage threshold. So, yeah. Oh, also, I am pretty sure House starts to get upset with you after King's Gambit. And so we gotta turn into
House is just
Snow Globe.
pleased as pot you got those old Securitrons back online, sugar.
We gotta get the Snow Globe turned in first.
You do?
And there you go. That's all the base game Snow Globes. For a quick little look-see. And the 2 DLCs we've done so far. And the DLC Snow Globes just automatically go to the Lucky 38. So Mr. House can be dead as disco, and we'll still turn those bad boys in. Victor will be gone now. Single tier rolls down like that. And this actually took a decent amount of time. I was a little surprised. But yeah, we're actually really rapidly approaching the finish. I keep thinking there's so much time left, but you know what? We are knocking quests out, man. We are knocking them out. I like that hat. The real thing I'm worried about is dead money. How hard we're gonna go collecting on that. I'll have to watch some videos on dead money, or maybe even play through dead money myself as a practice run, and then play through it again for the playthrough. That's what I'm worried about. But anyway, that's all in the future. Now let's talk to Crocker again.
It's good to see such an outstanding citizen of the NCR. What can I do for you, my friend?
I wanted to talk to you about the Boomers.
I hope you've returned with good news. Are they willing to help the NCR?
Well, they've agreed to help me.
Excellent work. I can't tell you how useful
Lucky
that
for him, it is the
In any
NCR.
event, I have another assignment ready and waiting for you. But we can speak of it later. Rest up. When you're ready, speak to me again.
Oh, see, he's such a nice guy.
It's good to see such an...
You mentioned another assignment?
So I did. As you may have noticed, our position here in New Vegas is tenuous. We've made great strides, sure, but the NCR is not welcome here, merely tolerated. And even then, not by everyone. We've had reports of violence against NCR citizens in a neighborhood just to the northeast called Freeside. Ever been there?
Yes, I have. What of it? Awfully combative answers.
Violence is something of a way of life there, but there's been a disturbing rise in the number of attacks on our people lately. More worrying is the fact that our sources suggest the violence is being perpetrated by the gang that runs the place, the Kings. I need someone to look into this that won't attract attention. Would you be interested?
Yeah, I'll look into it.
Good. Our men have come up with 2 different plans for seeing an end to the violence. First, our sources have tracked most of the attacks back to a king named Pacer. The consensus is that the violence will stop if he's removed. The problem is we can't simply kill him. In the current climate, the NCR would likely be blamed for his death. There is an alternative option, but my sources feel that getting rid of this Pacer fellow is our best shot.
What's my other choice?
I'm not a violent man myself, so I had our guys come up with an alternate solution on the off chance that our agent-to-be shared my sentiments. In that case, we could take a different tact, but one that I at least have more experience with: diplomacy. If we can't go after the man responsible, we'll simply appeal to the man above him. The Kings, including our friend Pacer, report to the leader of their gang, the man who calls himself the King.
Tell me more about the King.
He's Caucasian, in his mid-30s, and extremely charismatic. It's that last part we're counting on. The Kings are a bunch of young hoodlums who aren't inclined to listen to anyone except him. Get him on your side, and the rest will fall in line.
What would I need to do?
Go and talk to the King. Try to convince him to put an end to this violence. Pacer's a punk, but he won't likely disobey a direct order. The king might not be open to the idea at first, so you may have to integrate yourself with him. Do whatever it takes. When it's done, one way or the other, report back here, and we'll take it from there.
And I'll go have a talk with the king then.
I wish you luck. If you run into some difficulty and think you'd rather just take the shot with Pacer, that's fine too.
And actually, interestingly enough, if you remember our tips from Rotface, we can bring them up here. I wanted to talk about it. Here it is. I discovered that Pacer and the Van Graffs have a troubled history.
See? That's exactly the type of information we can use. In fact, that's perfect. Those fancy weapons the Van Graffs peddle aren't exactly common. It goes without saying that actually getting the Van Graffs to do the deed would be the ideal solution. However, if Pacer were killed with either a laser or plasma-based weapon, everyone would automatically assume the Van Graffs did it. Still, unless you want several dozen armed men at your throat, you'd have to kill him without being seen. Be careful. I'll leave the method up to you. However, there is an alternative if you'd rather try to handle things without bloodshed.
Yep. And I discovered that Pacer is a jet addict and has a heart condition.
That could be useful, but I'm afraid I don't have the background and know how to take advantage of that knowledge.
Add a little psycho to his jet, and he'd have a heart attack.
Remind me never to get on your bad side. If that's true, then yes, that would be a suitable way to get rid of him. It looks like you have things well in hand, so I'll leave you to it.
See, Crocker's so supportive. He's so nice to you. Who doesn't love this guy? But yeah, anyway, you can kill Pacer with both those methods. And I definitely mentioned it as we were doing it, but while you're doing Birds of a Feather, you can kill Pacer. And while you, or you can just kill him with like a plasma weapon. Or you can, an item will have spawned under Pacer's bed entitled Pacer's Jet Stash, and you can spike it. Or if you're working for Mr. House, you can just kill him, because Mr. House doesn't like it when the Kings and NCR get along. Also, sort of an interesting thing about this is, what happened during GI Blues? I thought we stopped the violence in GI Blues. Though I guess we sort of put an immediate stop to the current violence going on. The outright armed conflict, as opposed to the acts of violence that are more minor and constantly being perpetuated, that we are now putting a stop to.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
I need you to stop the violence against NCR citizens.
I'd like to help you out, especially considering all you've done. But that's a pretty big favor you're asking for, and you've already used yours. Was there anything else you wanted?
Yep. There you go. The king can be convinced with his large favor you earned with GI Blues. But we already used that to join the Kings. Worth it, by the way. But the diplomatic approach is not over yet. We can still persevere. Though I imagine if the diplomatic approach wasn't over yet, I'd save the favor. So the allure of being a king. Interestingly enough, the diplomatic approach with the favor is the only way to keep Pacer alive, as you all will see. As obviously he does not survive the assassination plot. And you'll see his reaction to diplomacy. I think if they put a fast travel point here, That would alleviate a lot of the concerns. Oh, also, we got a nice little NCR sign about the embassy. NCR stuff is so cool. California's got a cool flag. The Rangers look cool. This has a great aesthetic. I saw something and I completely agree with it, that Fallout New Vegas is one of the few games where the good guys look way cooler than the bad guys.
Ah, hello. I trust you have something to report concerning the Freeside situation? Yep.
And the king won't deal with the NCR.
That's most unfortunate. In this circumstance, I've been instructed to send you along to Colonel Moore over at Hoover Dam for further orders. The Colonel will likely send you back to Freeside with a squad of armed men, for all the good that will do.
Sounds like you and the Colonel don't get along.
Oh, I like the Colonel just fine. She's a good soldier, one of the best. I just don't think her general approach to things is a good fit here. See, the Colonel likes to solve things neatly, quickly, and efficiently through a show of force if possible and through actual force if necessary. That won't work here. Unless she plans on killing half the population of Freeside, sending soldiers to the area will only make things worse.
So what do you suggest?
I'd suggest you speak to Colonel Shu over at Camp McCarran. He's much more level-headed about this sort of thing. He's also in a better position to bargain with the people of Freeside, seeing as how he's in charge of water and power distribution in the area. Still, I'm only mentioning it as an option. My official orders are to direct you to Colonel Moore. Godspeed.
You see, Crocker really is just like good. I love Crocker. He's like so nice to you, and he's kind of got balls in the most interesting way. Where he's, you know, it takes a lot of balls to go against a superior officer, an official order, and he still suggests it because he thinks it's right. You know? Supremely underrated character. I think Colonel Shu, who we're going to be dealing with, is one of the go-tos with regards to good aspects of the NCR. But I like Crocker. I'm a fan. And also, I mentioned this in the Lucky Old Son episode. But I was trying to justify sending the power to stripping McCarran. And I was trying to justify during the Whitewash episode keeping the water with the NCR. And now the NCR is going to use that water and use that power and negotiate peace in Freeside and give them power and give them water and give them food. So giving the NCR this stuff is not always a bad option.
Look who it is.
We've met several times. Ambassador Crocker said to come to see you about the situation with the Kings in Freeside.
Ah, that. I'm surprised he didn't send you to Colonel Moore. That'd be her jurisdiction.
And he said those were his official orders, but he suggested seeing you anyway.
Because he's looking to avoid a bloodbath. I get it. He knows me. All right. Moore's not going to like it, but that's for Crocker to worry about. Go to the leader of the Kings and tell him that I'll make sure Freeside gets more water, power, and food, as long as the violence there stops.
Yep, and you have to do this option to get peace effectively. If you go to Colonel Moore, she will bungle it. And I'm already blanking on if I mentioned it, but those rat-faced tips came in clutch, huh? I was so worried about spending 5 straight minutes listening to him in that one episode. But there it is. That's the payoff. That's the rat-faced tip payoff right there.
You know, if you were serving, you'd probably be halfway to general by now.
You know what? That is a nice thing to say. But we see some NCR troopers.
What's going on?
And there are a lot of troopers in there.
Okay, I need some answers now. These guys just barged in here and said they were under orders to keep me here until you arrived. I'm about 5 seconds away from telling my men to take them down, so speak fast.
And I apologize for their rudeness. The NCR wants peace in Freeside and offers additional supplies.
And I suppose they want me to help see that happen? That seems pretty reasonable.
This is bullshit. Why are we even talking about dealing with these guys?
Pace, this isn't really a good time to have this discussion.
Wrong. This is exactly the right time. I'm about to prevent you from making a huge mistake.
Pace, don't do this. I won't stand with you if you do.
Then I'll stand on my own, just like I always have. Just like a king should. And I was just
I got caught in the crossfire a little bit there. But yeah, Pacer and some of his buddies get taken down. But ultimately, the king still agrees to peace.
I can't believe Pace is gone. He was always right here, you know? Always cracking me up with some story or another. Anyway, what did you want?
And that's it.
All right. I'll see you later.
Now we have some peace with the kings. Pacer is dead, as you saw. So I guess you could have just saved the trouble. But this way, the kings get their extra power, they get their extra water, they get their extra food. I just think that's a better result than stealing it from the NCR. And stealing water from the NCR. And stealing power from the NCR. Because they control Lake Mead and the cisterns. They control Helios 1. They defend it. They get the power. And then they use it to foster peace. So it's a pretty big win for the NCR, which you always hear about how bad they are, you know, how they're fucking everything up. But this one turned out all right. Now we get to hear about the vets in Baja. Do I have the lucky glasses on? Yeah, lucky shades. I can't wait for the revenge episode, the Legion revenge episode. Oh, Crocker's not in here. It was at the middle of the night.
Evening.
Yeah, I have an update.
Yes. How did it go?
The king accepted Colonel Shu's offer of help.
Good, good. Shu's a man you can count on to handle a crisis. I'm just glad that things didn't end in violence. Here. This is what remains of the funds initially allocated for this operation. Also, I've been directed to send you on to Colonel Moore at Hoover Dam. She's been following my reports on your exploits with some interest. As I don't have any further assignments for you, I'd recommend going to see her if you need more work.
And I'll see you later, Crocker. We might play some Caravan for you at the very end. But yeah, there you go. We're in the end game now. With For the Republic Part 2. Did we never find the Legion Dropbox? Or does that just reappear? Well, you can really tell the filter comes on, huh? Alright, we'll investigate this and then that'll be it for this episode. I'm just looking at the quests, and we don't have too many left. if you watch the Q&A episode, we know, we'll know that we're going to do Dead Money post Brotherhood of Steel, so we still got a little main story left. Oh, you know what? I bet it's, yeah, I bet it just the quest just reappears. Okay, that's good. I don't mind a little extra cash. $207.44 Magnum rounds? I guess we'll take that. Wow. Oh, an advanced radiation suit too. Wow, 1,600 energy cells, 49 missiles. The Legion has a lot of crap, huh? We don't even need to haul all this off. We're so flush, but I appreciate it. 8 doctor's bags. Wow. Nice work from the Legion. Really pretty alluring. Yeah, we're still not there yet. We're still not at a Legion killing time just yet. I think that we're just gonna let the Legion get pissed off at us through helping the NCR. I think that's what we're going to go with. But yeah, we've told to report to Colonel Moore. First time around we ignored the order. But now we'll go ahead with For the Republic Part 2. And start moving through that. And we'll be moving through that pretty swiftly until the Brotherhood of Steel comes around. Then we'll have a little bit of a journey. Which, of course, I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to in the worst way. I love Dead Money. Dead Money's my favorite of the DLCs. But yep, that's all for this part of the Fallout New Vegas Perfect playthrough, and I'm looking forward to next time. I'll see you there.